The last train doesn't stop for passengers. I used to work the night shift cleaning subway stations in Boston. Worst job I ever had. Not because it was hard. Because of the things you see underground after midnight. Most people think subway tunnels are empty once the trains stop running. They're not. You hear things down there. Footsteps echoing through tunnels that should be empty. Voices coming from tracks with no trains. Sometimes screaming far away that suddenly cuts off. The older workers had a rule. Never stay alone on the platform after the final train passes. I thought they were being dramatic. Until I saw the last train. It happened during my 3rd month on the job. I was cleaning the Ashbury station platform around 2:10 a.m. after service ended. The station was dead quiet except for the hum of fluorescent lights overhead. No passengers. No trains scheduled. Just me. Then I heard tracks vibrating. At first I thought maintenance crews were sending equipment through. But when I checked the schedule board, every line showed closed. Still, the vibrations got stronger. Then headlights appeared in the tunnel. A train emerged slowly from the darkness. Old train. Way older than anything still used by the city. Its exterior was covered in rust and grime, windows dark except for a faint yellow glow inside. And there was no sound. That's what scared me first. A subway train should scream entering a station. Metal grinding. Brakes shrieking. This one glided silently across the tracks. The train stopped directly in front of me. Its doors opened. Nobody got off. Nobody moved inside. I remember standing there confused more than scared. Then I noticed the passengers. Every single person on the train was staring straight ahead motionless. Men. Women. Children. All sitting perfectly still. Their skin looked pale gray under the flickering lights. And none of them blinked. A voice crackled suddenly through the overhead speaker inside the train. Except it wasn't words. Just static mixed with something that almost sounded like whispering. Then one passenger slowly turned toward me. An old woman sitting near the door. Her eyes were completely black. Not dark. Black. Like empty holes. And she smiled. The subway doors remained open. Waiting. That's when I heard someone shout behind me. "Don't get on." I turned and saw Frank, another janitor, running down the stairs toward the platform. The moment I looked back at the train. Every passenger was staring directly at me now. Still smiling. Frank grabbed my arm hard. "We need to leave now." The doors began closing slowly. Just before they shut completely, one of the passengers stood up. A man in a dark suit. Tall. Too tall for the subway car. His head bent unnaturally against the ceiling. And even through the closing doors, I could see that smile stretched across his face. The train pulled away silently into the tunnel. The second it vanished, the station lit. HTS flickered violently. Then everything went dark for about 3 seconds. When the lights returned, Frank looked terrified. Not nervous. Terrified. I demanded to know what that was. At first he refused to answer. Then finally he said, "That train doesn't take passengers." I laughed nervously. "What does that even mean?" Frank stared toward the tunnel. Then quietly said, "It takes people." According to him, subway workers had been reporting the train for decades. Always after service hours. Always on empty platforms. Most people who saw it ignored it. Some boarded it. None of those people were ever seen again. Officially, they were listed as missing persons. But a few workers claimed they'd still seen them afterward. Inside the train. Sitting with the others. Watching. I didn't believe him completely. Not until the next week. I was assigned to another station across town. Different line. Different tunnel system. Around 1:50 a.m., I heard the tracks begin vibrating again. My stomach dropped instantly. Then came the headlights. The same rusted train emerged from the darkness silently. This time it stopped with one car directly in front of me. And through the window, I saw someone I recognized. Frank. Sitting motionless among the passengers. His skin pale gray. His eyes black. Smiling. I stumbled backward in horror. The train doors opened. Frank slowly raised one hand and pointed inside the car, inviting me. Then the overhead speaker crackled again. This time, I understood the whispering. Dozens of voices speaking together. Come aboard. I ran. I left my supplies, jumped the emergency gate, and sprinted out of the station without looking back. I quit the next morning. That was 4 years ago. But every now and then, when I'm waiting for a late-night train home, I'll see headlights deep in the tunnel after service ends. Not moving like normal trains. Gliding silently. And sometimes through the windows, I see familiar faces staring out at me. People reported missing years ago. Still riding. Still smiling. Last month, I saw Frank again. Only this time, he was standing on the platform across from me, watching the tunnel, waiting for the train to come back.